The future of food from the perspective of sustainable food consumption. I am Jin Le from Burisong High School. My passion is art and design. But enough of the pleasantries. We're gonna jump straight into the definition. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, sustainable is defined as the following: of, relating to, or being a method of harvesting or using a resource so that the resource is not depleted or permanently damaged. Or in layman's terms, being sustainable is being resourceful to maintain and continue the usage of said resources. But when did sustainability came about? It's difficult to pinpoint when the sustainability movement originally came about. However, we can see towards the 19th century, as the Industrial Revolution brought technological advancement to humanity, it became evident that the negative effects it has on our environment is alarming. Therefore, the sustainability movement began to gain traction to combat these changes. But how does this all relate to food? Having a sustainable diet means there is a lower impact on the environment that can impact on the present and future of our generations. With the world rapidly changing every day, we need to be able to adapt to these changes as soon as possible. There are more than 3 billion people who live in starvation, and even more people suffer from food shortages all across the globe. The goal of sustainability is to ensure a future for our growing population to have both enough food to eat and access to high quality and nutritious food. The largest contributor to climate change is the agriculture industry. On land, livestock farming produces almost 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions, while at sea, overfishing disrupts marine biodiversity and leads to a decline in marine species. Not only that, researchers at Harvard have found that overfishing has increased levels of mercury in fishes. That's why we need to reevaluate our diet and how we are producing food. But how exactly do you have a sustainable diet? Changing your regular diet to a more sustainable diet might seem challenging, but it is doable. Generally, a sustainable diet is a plant-based diet that consists of a variety of high-quality plant-based foods with low amounts of animal-based food, refined grains, added sugar, and unhealthy fats that still meets your needed daily intake. It's also not just about eating. We also have to be aware of how and where our food is being sourced, and try to reduce the amount of food waste that we generate. The battle against environmental changes is long and treacherous. With the resources we have right now, we must fight to protect and preserve it for future generations and so on. To do so, we must act now before it's too late. And in the words of Peter Drucker, the best way to predict future is to create it.